You know what blows my mind? The safest income stream you could ever build is the one you're ignoring right now. I'm not talking about real estate. I'm not talking about stocks. I'm not even talking about starting some random side hustle that has nothing to do with who you are. I'm talking about something that most corporate professionals completely miss, and it's costing them millions in unrealized income. By the end of this video, you're going to see why the riskiest thing you can do is not build income outside your job. And I'm going to show you the exact two-phase system that is helping professionals like you turn their existing skills into profitable offers without quitting their jobs or spending hours creating content or being an influencer. So I want you to stay with me because this is going to change everything for you. So let me tell you something that happened to me in 2020. Actually, let me step back a bit. See, my journey started way back in 2013. I was a university student studying statistics at Makerere University here in Uganda, and I attended a business breakfast that costed me $100, which was 150,000 shillings back then. Now, this is a lot of money for a student. Think about it, university student. So, Dr. Miles Monroe was speaking, and something shifted in me that day. I realized I wasn't called to work with numbers, I was called to work with people. So, I was called to transform life. That is what I discovered that day. But here's the thing, see, knowing your purpose and knowing how to monetize your purpose, these are two completely different things. So fast forward to 2015, I resigned my 6-month job as a quality control supervisor with a research firm to pursue my calling. So I launched these leadership training camps where we had thousands of young people under trees, in classrooms, learning and growing. I loved it, but I couldn't pay my bills with that love. I was passionate, sure. I was making impact, absolutely, but I was broke. I was doing what many of you are doing right now, confusing activity with business. So I was confusing passion with profit. And so let me tell you something, passion without a packaging strategy is just an expensive volunteering if you hadn't thought about it. So some of you might be sitting here thinking, Richard, I have a good job. I'm making decent money. Why do I need to build income outside my job? Let me ask you this. Do you know the number one reason smart, capable, educated professionals stay stuck in jobs that cap their income? It's not laziness. It's not a lack of ambition. It is certainty. See, they want certainty. They want safety. And so you've been taught that your job is the safe option. But I'm going to tell you something that might make you a little bit uncomfortable. See, your job is not safe. It's actually the riskiest financial position you could be in and put your family in. Why? Because you have one income source, and then one decision maker controls your earning potential. Think about it. So one economic shift, one restructuring, one AI automation wave, and everything changes. But here's what's even more dangerous. The skills that got you to that 6-figure salary, the expertise that makes you valuable in the boardroom, the experience that took you decades to accumulate, you're not monetizing any of that outside your employer's walls. Let that sink in. You're not doing with it anything outside this person's wall. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. You are thinking about starting a side hustle, maybe a consultant, perhaps writing a book or starting a coaching business. And you know what happens? You get stuck when you start this journey. Not because you lack skills, not because you lack knowledge. You get stuck because you don't know how to package what you know. And this is where most professionals make the biggest mistake. They think they need to learn something new to build income outside their job. Or they think they need to become experts in, say, social media or master copywriting or learn how to create funnels or become influencers. Again, a big wrong, big wrong. You see, the safest income stream you'll ever build is built on what you already know. It's built on skills you have already mastered. It's built on experience you've already paid for with your time, your effort, and your sacrifices. So the question is not, what should I learn to make money? The question is, how do I package what I already know so people will pay me for it? That's the question. So let me take you back to 2020. So COVID hit again in my story. Everything I was doing physically had to move online. And so I didn't have the expertise, to do that. So I made a decision. I invested massively in learning, not just courses, not just in coaching, but in mentorships, in understanding how to make what I knew valuable in the marketplace. I had to figure that out. And I learned something that changed everything. See, there's a difference between having expertise and having an offer. Expertise is what you know, an offer is what people pay for. And here's the truth that nobody tells you. You don't need to be the world's top expert. You don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need years of case studies and testimonials. You just need to be one step ahead of the person that you're helping. That is it. So I learned this from studying people like Myron Golden, who told me that people don't buy when you need to make a sale. They buy when they see the value of the transformation that you provide. I want to think about that. They don't buy because you need. They buy when they see the value of the transformation you provide. Think about it like this. When I was learning about online business and marketing, do you know who I invested with? Not the guru with 10 million followers. I invested $1,500 a month with someone who had just figured out how to use paid ads successfully. $1,500 per month. And I think we went for maybe 3-4 months. Why? Because he was relatable. He was one step ahead of where I was. I could see myself in his journey. So that person is you right now for someone else. Right now, there are people in your organization, in your industry, in your network, who are where you were 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and they would pay you to help them to get to where you are right now. But you need to learn how to package it so that they can pay you. So now let me share with you the exact two-phase system that I use to help hundreds of professionals package their expertise into profitable offers. I call it the two-phase offer builder for busy professionals. Phase 1, extraction. This is where you take what's in your head and then you structure it into something sellable. That is phase 1. Most professionals fail here because they try to package everything they know. They try to teach their entire career in one course, one program, and one offer. Very wrong approach. That approach works for university degree, not for an offer. So here's what you need to do instead. You identify one specific problem that one specific type of person has, and you create one clear pathway from where they are to where they want to be. That is it. Not 10 problems, one. Not everybody, one specific person. Not multiple pathways, one clear system. Remember, I've always said this, marketing to everybody is marketing to nobody. Think about doctors. Who makes more money? A general practitioner or a knee specialist? A specialist, of course. Why? Because people pay more for specific solutions. So the same applies to you. Let me give you an example. One of my clients, 18 years of financial leadership experience, she's worked with international NGOs, managed multi-million-dollar portfolios, strengthened financial systems across multiple countries. She could have created a course on financial management, but that's too broad. That is too generic. Nobody is really searching for that at midnight when they're frustrated. No one searches for financial management. Instead, working with me, we created the Financial Reporting Clarity Insight. Specific problem. Non-profit leaders struggling with clean, accurate, board and donor-ready reporting. See, specific solution. a deep dive system that shows what's blocking their reporting and how to fix it fast. So I hope you can see the difference. So phase 2, this brings phase 2, which is packaging. Once you've extracted your expertise and structured it around one transformation, now you need to package it. And packaging is not about making it look pretty, adding these colors and adding this angle. No, packaging is about making it irresistible. And here's what makes an offer irresistible. One is specific target audience. Specific target audience. It is for one type of person with one type of problem. That is specific target audience. 2 is defined transformation. They know exactly what result they will get. 3 is proven process. You have a clear step-by-step system, even if you're just trying in the beta stage. 4 is clear positioning. Your offer name tells them what they get, not what you do. And then validated demand. People are already searching for this solution somewhere. This is what I teach in my King's Court premium coaching programs, where I've helped people like CPA Rose package financial expertise. I've helped people like Coach Catherine Wahome, who holds the highest professional insurance qualification in Africa, create her insurance leadership accelerator. Worked with people like Ruth Wangui, CPHR and current HR manager, create her authentic living program, helping burned out corporates find work that aligns with their true selves. And then the hundreds. These are not people who quit their jobs to do this. These are professionals who learn how to leverage what they already know. Very important. How can they leverage what they already know? Now, here's what most people don't understand, especially about building income outside their jobs. This is what most people don't understand. The safest way is not the easiest way. You see, it requires you to think differently. It requires you to see things differently and to see yourself differently. You are not just an employee anymore. You are not just someone who shows up and exchanges time for money. You are a packager. You are a translator. You're someone who takes complex knowledge and turns it into simple, valuable, payable transformations. And the beautiful thing about this approach, you don't need a huge audience. You don't need to go viral. You don't need to quit your job and bet everything on untested idea. You just need to help one person get one result. Yes, one person get one result. Then another. Then another. And before you know it, you have testimonials. You have proof. You have income that's not tied to your employer's budget or your manager's approval. In other words, you have now options. And options, my friend, are the definition of safety. Think about it. If you say you are safe, that means you have several options. So remember what I said in the beginning. The riskiest thing you can do is not build income outside your job. And here's why. When you have only one income source, you have no leverage. You have no options. You are at the mercy of circumstances beyond your control. But when you learn how to package and monetize your expertise, you can take a pay cut and be fine. You can negotiate from a position of strength, not weakness. You can say no to projects that don't serve you. You can invest in yourself without fear. You can retire without wondering how will you pay bills and all this kind of thing. So this is not just income, that's freedom. So let me leave you with this. I will leave you with this today. You already have everything you need to build a profitable income outside your job. You already have that. You have the skills someone would pay to learn. You have it. You have the experience someone would pay to shortcut. You have it. You have knowledge someone would pay to access. You have it right now. The question is not whether you can do this. That's not the question. The question is when you will finally package it. That is the ultimate question. I've spent 10 years figuring this out. Try and error, through failures and breakthroughs, through investing massively in my own development as a person. And so now I help professionals compress my 10 years journey into 1 month. because that is what we do with the two offer builder. That's what it does. So if you are a corporate professional who's done settling for one income stream, if you are ready to turn what you know into what people pay for, if you want to build income outside your job the safe way, using what you already have, then I want to invite you to check out the link in the description. Join me next Tuesday in our evening live workshop. The link is in the description below. I'll show you exactly how to extract your expertise, package it into an irresistible offer, and start monetizing it without quitting your job or spending endless hours on content creation. Because remember, the safest investment you'll ever make is in yourself. The safest income you'll ever build is one based on what you already know. And the safest time to start, that would be right now. As the Chinese said, the best time to plant a tree was last year. The second best time is today. So I'm Coach Richard Olo, and I will definitely see you in the live Tuesday workshop.